Do you have a tendency to go on way too long when you are answering job interview questions? If so, you're not alone. However, this can be a really huge barrier between you and that job that you really want. Hi, I'm Dalena Bradley, job interview coach and career marketing specialist. And today I'm going to talk with you about how to be more succinct in your next job interview. It's really important to remember that the interviewer needs to get through their full list of questions so that there's no question left in their mind that you can do the job. And if you do ramble, then they're not going to be able to get through everything that they need to. And maybe they're too polite to interrupt, cut you off so that they can get through their list. So just keep in mind that's their job. And the rule of thumb when you're answering most behavioral interview questions is to try and stay within a 2-minute time limit and about 1 minute for a response to tell me about yourself. And if you think that sounds like a lot, try recording yourself answering a question in 2 minutes or less, and you'll see how quickly that time can fly by. So some good ways to stay within that time frame and keep your answers tight is to, first of all, really premeditate your stories, your examples, and your anecdotes. Take a look at that job description, look at the different categories of expertise, and think of the examples that you can talk about within each of those areas. And then once you've figured that out, put them into a framework like SOAR, which is what I recommend, which is the situation, the opportunity, the action, and then the result. And then you've kind of mentally organized your stories. I think it's a good idea to write them down too. And then you practice out loud a couple of times so that you can build fluency telling your stories, and that will really help you pare down your responses. Another technique that you can use, particularly if you're in a remote interview situation, is to use a stopwatch or have a clock next to you so that you can keep an eye on the time as you're talking with the person. You don't want to do this to distraction where you're looking, but if you have something at eye level that you can kind of keep your eye on, so you'll know if you are going on a little too long. Another thing that keeps people from staying on target with their question or with their response is if they don't really understand the question in the first place. So always ask for clarification if there is a multi-layered question or you don't quite understand what they're asking. Be sure and ask for clarification so that you're really clear on what it is they want to know from you, so that you can then get right on to answering without much rambling. So I hope these reminders helped you. And for more information on working with me, please visit my website, dalenabradley.com. And in the meantime, I wish you the very best in your next interview and in your career.